81. Monisha wasn't even born. Yeah, that's wow. Dreamgirls, wow. It was amazing. It was just, really, it was sort of a takeoff on the Supreme. It was, they may do a remake. All right, let me see here. That they would introduce a bill outlawing lynching. Now listen to me. For more than a century, there were more attempts to get an anti-lynching bill. Never passed. More than 200 attempts. And, hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor. It's over. That's why I'm going to get a... And we ended up getting the Senate Majority Leader to say, well, you guys have that, do we have that audio of this? I thought the lynching was outlawed, that there was a federal law. I'm just asking, because he was on with
Olivia Knox.
Yeah, right. And Olivia Knox, because Olivia Knox was here, he's over at Post. He's and he interviewed the Senate Majority Leader and got him on tape saying, "Oh yeah, I would support that." And then I think we had Kamala Harris on, didn't we?
Yes.
And she said, "What? Send it to me. Send it to me and save that recording." Do we have that?
Checking.
And so, and then we talked with Cory Booker. And the two of them pledged to us and you, let's do it. Now, this is Cory. Oh, by the way, you guess who else signed on? I'm going to have to change my opinion about him. Tim Scott.
Tim Scott seems to be coming into his own.
Oh, yeah. I think, you know what's going on? I don't know. I haven't interviewed him, but I'm going to get him in. You know what? We're going to get Tim Scott in here. We'll get him in here and for, after January. Let's get him in here after the holiday. Because he signed on. Look, you got to give credit where credit's due. And this is important. Now, there are some naysayers who say, well, why do you need an anti-lynching bill? It's like, well, why do you need a hate bill? They can always come up with some reason you don't need it. But that's all right, no problem. And we've got a commitment from the Senate Majority Leader. I can support that, which means we should be able to get it. Now, was this yesterday Cory Booker was this yesterday that Cory Booker was on the floor? This audio again? Let's do Cory Booker on the floor of the Senate, please.
We are poised for the first time. We are poised for the first time in over a century of failed attempt after attempt to finally make lynching a federal crime. This is an ugly part of our history. And the thing I've learned about American history is that when wrongs are cut over or wrongs are ignored, they fester like boils under the body politic. And this kind of a reconciliation in our nation is so important. Haunting, it's a reminder of the nation's horrific past, that terrorism is not new, and unfortunately, we've seen so much terror and racialized violence committed with near impunity. blindness or outright opposition to addressing these crimes of our past in this body is a shameful past. This bipartisan bill is, to me, one step towards addressing the needed reconciliation of our dark racial past. And they are really finally showing this nation that we will not tolerate bias-motivated violence in any form.
So this is what Senator Cory Booker released. Now, obviously, that's not from the floor of the Senate, which I really want to hear. See, let me tell you something. I want to hear what he said to his fellow senators. That's really what I want to hear. But I'd like to find out what all of you think about this. And I got to, again, give credit to the three senators, Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, and Tim Scott, which, by the way, bipartisan. Now, let's see what the United States Senate does. Again, let me point out historically. Over 200 attempts to get an anti-lynching bill over a 100-year period, and Congress wouldn't do it. From listen to this, from 1882 to 1986. Let me repeat. From 1882 to 1986, Congress failed to pass anti-lynching legislation more than 200 times. And what is lynching? See, don't give me this. Well, it's just murder. It's a crime. It's murder. No. Lynching was and still is used as an instrument of terror and intimidation.
Can't believe it's taking this long.
During the 19th and 20th century, at least we know of 4,000 lynchings. Let me repeat. 4,000 lynchings. And I gotta tell you, this would be interesting to see. We'll see we'll see who will vote. We'll see who supports it. It'll say a lot about them.
There's gonna be somebody.
Give you a chance to comment. 1-866-801-8255. President Trump yesterday pulled all U.S. troops out of Syria. And wait a minute. And guess who's scrambling? The folk over at the Pentagon. It's a policy shift. And it blindsided Congress. Let me repeat. It blindsided folks in his own. This is nuts. Syria to ISIS. Syria. And then Lindsey Graham says, well, that's a Obama move. First of all, that's bull. Obama would have consulted with all of you. Now, you know that. The White House would have consulted under the Obama administration. He wouldn't have done, because the people around him knew, you can't do this. You can't blindside your own party. You got to let them know. There's the chairman of the armed forces. You got to let the Pentagon know. You've got to let members of Congress know. And that's a bunch of crap. See, that's political talk. Now, let's blame, this is what Obama. Well, Obama is not in office, damn it. Obama didn't have anything to do with this. And Lindsey Graham, this is your president. The one who, during the campaign, you said was a nut anyway. And he's doing, and let me tell you, and by the way, someone better go and tell ISIS that they've been beaten. Where is that coming from? Now, if you're in the military if you are a veteran, if you are working over at the Pentagon, if you are in, I don't know, if you and you're listening to me and you're on your way to work, and you don't want to just, you don't want to give your name or your title, that's fine. I'm not going to force that. You better talk to us. You better tell us how dangerous this is. Because you know who's free now? ISIS. Assad. Oh, and by the way, let's throw Turkey in there. Now, I know this is complicated. It can be. But but the president yesterday said, we have won against ISIS. We have beaten them. We have beaten them badly. God, he can't call it. We have beaten them badly. This is and he posted this on a tweet last night. We have taken back the land, and now it's time for our troops to come back home. But get this, but neither the president or anyone else at the White House provided any details. Look, if you end up beating ISIS, my goodness, people, you gotta give us details. You don't tweet something like that. Come on. Come on, Trump support. You don't tweet something like that. God. Number 3. Saw this article out of St. Louis. American women are still dying at an alarming rate while giving birth. This is the United States of America. Pregnant women are dying at an alarming rate while giving birth. And no one's being held accountable. And you know what group? You know what demographics
That was my next question.
has the highest maternal mortality rate in the United States? Take a guess. That's right. Didn't take long, did it? Us, black folk.
It's crazy.
Wow. I did not know this. More than 700 women die each year in the United States from causes related to pregnancy or childbirth. 700 women a year. And black women, 3 times higher than white women. But this is the real tragedy. 60% of childbirth deaths, 60% of maternal deaths are preventable. Now, the House of Representatives didn't hear much about this, but thank God you're listening to the Madison show. Y'all better recognize how important we are. See, I think even we take it for granted. I think our own crew. I think we don't. I think we, sometimes you know what people do in the newsroom? They read it, they see it, but they don't internalize it. It's like we're not human. It's like we internalize it, and I notice this with a lot of news people. They internalize it, and then they just go to the next story, the next story. Think about what I just said. Here we are, probably the only African-American channel dedicated. People are, here we are, Urban View. And I'm saying to you that, is there some reason, anyhow, were you going to say something?
Yeah, we had what Cory Booker spoke on the Senate floor.
Okay. Let's take a break. I'm Madison. Keep listening to yours truly, Madison the Black Eagle, on Sirius XM's Urban View, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hi everybody, I'm Cardinal Timothy Dolan. Join me, along with Sirius XM's The Catholic Channel, for a very special Christmas celebration. We'll bring you masses and concerts from around the world, like Christmas Eve Midnight Mass from Rome, celebrated by His Holiness Pope Francis. Hear masses from Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and our beloved St. Patrick's Cathedral here in New York. Plus, Christmas specials from our Catholic Channel shows. Come celebrate Christmas with all of us here at the Catholic Channel, Sirius XM 129.
Make your Burlington store your one stop for coats and save on all the best looks for the whole family. Anoraks, puffers, 3-in-1 systems jackets. Burlington's packed with every style, every size. Find your perfect warmth at the perfect price. Plus, stock up on scarves, hats, gloves, boots, even snow pants from the top name brands everyone loves. Up to 65% off other retailers' prices every day. Don't get caught in the cold. Hurry into Burlington today. Style for everyone.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Do you need extra cash to buy gifts or just to pay all those extra bills during the holidays? Well, now you can get cash fast this holiday season with a personal loan for up to $5,000 right from your phone or PC at 79cash.com. How fast can you get your cash? Well, with 79cash.com, our lenders can have your cash at your bank account as soon as tomorrow, regardless of your credit history. Just have a checking account and a regular source of income. Go to 79cash.com and you can get the cash loan you need now. So if you need cash fast this holiday season to buy gifts or pay all those extra bills, go to 79cash.com and get the cash you need. Visit 79cash.com. Type www.79cash.com directly into the address bar. That's 79cash.com. 79cash.com. 79cash.com.
The holiday season has come once again, and the Lexus December to Remember sales event is about to begin. Head to your dealer for our most exhilarating vehicles with offers that feel like tiny holiday miracles. Test drive a GS or even an LC. You won't be able to hold back excited shouts of glee. And then comes the moment, early Christmas Day, when an exciting new Lexus shows up in your driveway. But hurry, offers end January 2nd. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Sirius XM presents Godfrey, the Godfrey Complex.
A racist should be a person who specializes in race. Any ist, you're supposed to be sort of like an expert in it. Even terrorist is an expert in terror, but that means you do what you do a lot. So racist should be the love of a person's race. If you call me a black racist because I love my race, then cool.
The Godfrey Complex. Weekdays, 6 p.m. East, with comedian Godfrey.
Sometimes you don't know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Sirius XM's Urban View.
Few things in business as painful as what? Not knowing. Can you imagine being in business and not knowing what your revenue is, or it being how accurate it is, not knowing, the status of orders, not knowing how much cash you have on hand. So what can I do about it? NetSuite? It's by Oracle. It is a cloud-based business management platform that gives you real-time visibility into all operations of your business. Matter of fact, people own businesses swear by it. They say it's your one source of truth, of accuracy, of revenues, expenses, customers, orders, even HR. And apparently it is very easy to use. And this is what people are praising NetSuite about. You get instant insight from a dashboard on your phone. And some of the fastest growing companies are using NetSuite every day. So go to netsuite.com/urban. And by the way, if you do it immediately, you'll get a free guide called Crush the 5 Barriers to Growth. Give it a try, netsuite.com/urban. Bottom line, it is good to know things.
Speak with Madison right now. Call 866-801-8255.
All right, Mike is from New Jersey. And by the way, the rules of the road, very simple. Please, 1 call a week. That way we can get first-time callers. And if you are a first-time caller, we certainly will salute you with the following. Trying to get right to your point. Remember, it's morning. People are trying, they're getting themselves together. Maybe they're coming in from work, but trying to get right to the point. And please understand, this is not a talk show where you have to agree. But we are dealing with things that are extremely important. And by the way, how do we take talk into action? So, Mike, you're first up, New Jersey, about the anti-lynching bill. Again, I think Cory Booker, Tim Scott, Kamala Harris, God bless them. Let's see what happens. Let me get your opinion. Go ahead. Mike.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
You there?
Yes, I am, Mike. Go ahead. You're on. Is Mike listening?
Hello?
Mike? Let me go to Rob from Georgia. Mike can call back. I don't know what's going. Maybe he hit mute or something. Go ahead, Rob. Hi, how are you?
Good morning, Mr. Madison.
Good morning.
I'm basically going to talk about the Trump pullout of Syria. And I got 2 points, but I'm going to break it down. Of course, Lindsey Graham is talking about it's an Obama move, and that's very political. Now, the reason why we pulled out of Iraq, I was there at the time, right, is that it was going back and forth between Maliki, the president of Iraq, and President Obama. And what Maliki did not want to agree to was a status force agreement. All right, to break that down, a status force agreement is anytime a soldier, we got them all over the world, Europe, Korea, Turkey, is when if there's an accident with a local populace or some sort of incident with a local populace, that a military member, soldier, sailor, whatever name, will not be tried at the local country. All right, they'll be taken back to the U.S. and the U.S. will try them. All right. Maliki did not want to agree with that. So if we're doing a patrol in Iraq,
whoa. Okay,
yeah.
You're going way over time. You're going to have again, it's just you just got to kind of get to the point.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So
as it relates to Syria.
All right. Now, our second point is what Syria. All right. As the pullout, when we pulled out of Iraq, we trained the Iraqis. All right. What everybody's getting the point is we're pulling out, but there's nobody to train in Syria. It's just a vacuum. All right. So the problem with Iraq is we trained them to use a spoon, all right, to eat cereal, and they had steak on them. Can
you please help us now? People are listening. Right. You keep going back to Iraq and I understand that's your experience.
Right.
Please listen carefully. Follow me. What has the president done as it relates to this policy shift, which, by the way, even blindsided his own party? I mean, that's what I want you to respond to.
He even blindsided the special envoy to Syria.
Thank you.
To Syria.
I mean, you're getting into the weeds of how to train, how to do this, how we pulled out, and all of that. Brother, that's over. Let's deal with what are the consequences now with Syria?
The consequences is we're pulling out and there's nobody to train, or very small elements to train. There was no policy put into it for the Department of Defense, the local elements we using in Syria, it's just a pull out. So now with ISIS, and anytime we leave a war, we usually have to do some training. We did it in Germany in 45. We did it in Korea. We still have.
So what are the consequences?
The consequences is the ISIS who are fighting there, and whoever countries, for example, Russia is there.
I'm getting very frustrated with you. I know you're not answering the question. Maybe you just don't know the answer. Listen to me. What are the consequences for us moving all the troops out of there? I know what will happen, but what are the consequences?
The consequences, like you said, possibly that ISIS will expand, and in that vacuum, whoever's going to take it could be ISIS, it could be another unknown entity, a terrorist.
There you go. That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's what I was trying to get. See, all right, appreciate the call. David from D.C., hi.
Good morning, George.
Good morning, David.
This is what I believe.
David, slow down. Hold on. It's audio-wise. It's I don't know if your mouthpiece is too far away or that, but we got to be able to hear you. Try it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a lot better. Thank you.
Okay. I believe, and I mean, this is...
What is going on? David, are you on a phone or a mouthpiece or what?
No, I'm on my regular phone.
Okay, well, all right, talk right into it, because I want to hear what you have to say, but it's muffled. It's something going. Try it again. Yeah, now, go. Okay, there you go.
I believe Putin pulled his old card and told him to come out and do that. And he left 2 sanctions on Russia the same day. Out of nowhere, he does this. Don't tell the Pentagon, don't tell the Senate, don't tell the Congress. I believe Putin pulled his whole card because of everything that's going on with Flynn and all the information Mueller is getting.
Wow, 1-866-801-8255. Wow. You know, I'm reading an editorial here in the Washington Post titled, Mr. Trump's Disastrous Syria Decision. Pulling, and this is what I meant when I said, what are the consequences? Pulling U.S. troops leave allies unprotected, and it gives the Islamic State a chance to rebuild. One of the things, teach you how to read an editorial. Learned this a long time ago. First part of any editorial, they describe the problem. Here, I'll prove my point. This is help you out here. I learned, an editorial writer said, this is how you read it. You interpret editorials. First part of the editorial. Describe the problem. President Trump's sudden move to yank U.S. troops out of Syria undermined it at a stroke. Several foreign policy goals he had championed. The president promised to finish the job of destroying the Islamic State, but the withdrawal leaves thousands of its fighters still in place. he vowed to roll back Iran's aggression across the Middle East. But his decision will allow its forces to entrench in the country that is the keystone of Tehran's ambitions. He promised to protect Israel, but that nation will now be left to face alone the buildup by Iran and its proxies along its northern border. Now get this. The president's top national security advisors, they have carefully developed and articulated a strategy of maintaining a presence in Syria until the Islamic State was beyond revival and Iran withdrew its forces. Well, that's all blown up in smoke. Now, let's go to the end of the editorial. The Syrian Kurdish forces, which have fought alongside the United States, played a crucial role in liberating most of eastern Syria from the jihadists, will be perhaps the foremost victims of Mr. Trump's decision. Betrayed by Washington. They will now be subject to a military offensive by, guess who? Turkey. Turkey? Turkey? Wait a minute. Isn't that the country where the journalist was killed? And they've got all that information about the Saudis and what happened in yeah, you following me? Go ahead. Connect the dots. The stab in the back will send an unforgettable message to all who are asked to cooperate with the United States in the fight against terrorism. That Washington is an unreliable and dangerous partner. That's what he just did. And let me tell you something. People are the man does not need to be president of the United States. Let me tell you something. You can do that in Trump world. Do you understand? You can do that in Trump world. If you're the CEO or you're the founder of a company, you can do that in private. You can't do that. You got to touch base with folks. This is where you just don't wake up some freaking morning. Now you understand why I have a swear jar? Do you understand why I have a swear jar? You don't wake up in the morning, America, and as president of the United States and say, you know what, I just think I'm going to withdraw the troops. Or talk to a couple of people who are in your ear. Mr. President, I think one of the ways that you can get, because let me go back to the last caller. Mr. President, I think one of the ways we can divert attention from all this stuff Mueller's doing, huh? Yeah, let's declare victory. We don't have to explain it. What do you mean you don't have to? You don't have to explain it. Just do it. Just say it. Just say it. Whoa, wait a minute. What about the Kurds? The Kurds. What about them? Well, you got to just cut a deal with Turkey. But what about the Saudis? Just cut a deal. You already got a deal going with the prince. And the people will applaud you for it. We're going to bring home we're going to bring home the troops. We won. We beat them. No, you haven't. Israel's pissed. the fighters in Syria? What, wait a minute. We're on our own. Yeah, that's right, you're on your own. Why? Because this president woke up one morning. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't talked to anybody, but this is not let me tell you what this is nothing but a political move. That's all this is. And it has no basis in reality. On the op-ed side of the page, Syria will come back to Hamas. And it's because, and guess who's celebrating? Moscow. Moscow is celebrating too, after years of pretending to negotiate a diplomatic solution to the Syrian crisis. Vladimir Putin can ignore the entries of Trump's envoy because the United States, listen carefully, he can ignore it. Will have no military skin in the game to back its diplomacy. No skin in the game. So I don't have to pay any attention to what y'all say. I'm free now. I'm free to deal with Assad. I'm free. 40 after. 1-866-801-8255. Wow. Breaking news overnight. So many things. Donald Trump is, this is domestic. I'm just putting in, it's like a cafeteria this morning. There's so much stuff on the table. Just pick and choose a subject. So today they plan to unveil a plan that toughens work requirements for food stamp recipients. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they want to require food stamp recipients to work at least 20 hours. So that would be part-time before they can get food stamps. 1-866-801-8255. So we've got anti-lynching legislation pending. We've got hundreds of thousands of Americans in order to keep receiving food stamps. And by the way, this is not going to go to Congress. This is going to be he's going to try to do this through an executive order. You've got Lindsey Graham ripping the president, but then he does it in a way that is very insincere. Well, this is something Obama would do. Bull. Obama wouldn't do this. He wouldn't wake up one morning and tweet, "Oh, we beat ISIS." How long? How long? How long is it going to take for those of you who support Donald Trump? How long is it going to take to wake up and see that you got an inept idiot? You really do. And I think two of the most dangerous things on the planet. Sincere ignorance, just not knowing, and then conscientious stupidity. Can I add a third one to Dr. King's quote? Not freaking wanting to know. Don't bother me. I'm busy. I got a football game to watch. I'm busy. I got Christmas gifts to get. I'm busy. Not wanting to know is the third. And that's what we're dealing with a lot of Americans. I don't want to know. So I'm not even going to use my brains to figure it out. Hey, follow me, The Black Eagle, on Twitter at Madison Sirius XM and Facebook at Joe Madison, The Black Eagle.
Baby, I haven't hung my mistletoe.
Well, you know, if you've got guests coming in to your home this holiday season, I'm going to give you a relatively inexpensive, easy way to give your home a new look. Blinds.com. They have brand new custom window treatments. Roller shades, cellular shades, and every Blinds.com order. And this is so easy to do. Every order gets free samples, free shipping, and free online design consultation. So because if let's say you just, I don't know, what's best? I don't know what's best.
Alright, and Happy New Year from Steve.
So they have an award-winning group of consultants who will answer all your questions. You can call them. You can email them. You can have live chat. Matter of fact, you can even send them photographs to help guide their recommendations. And Blinds.com, they've been in business for more than 20 years. And get this, they have covered over 15 million